A video released by the 45th Artillery Brigade shows an important finding from their aerial reconnaissance, namely the Russian Army's Buk self-propelled anti-aircraft missile complex. In the video, it appears that the launch used cluster munitions, which effectively destroyed the Buk missile launcher as well as other vehicles in the vicinity. Army Inform reports that in addition to destroying enemy military equipment, fighters from the 45th Artillery Brigade also managed to kill Russian paratroopers who were inside the vehicle. Ukrainian troops also managed to capture an infantry fighting vehicle, possibly a BMP-2, belonging to Russian troops in a frontline area. Based on the information, the vehicle appears to have been abandoned or unmanned when Ukrainian troops found it. The video may show how Ukrainian troops carefully inspected the vehicle and secured the area. Although there are no signs that there were any Russian personnel inside the vehicle, actions such as opening the rear doors and standing guard indicate a high level of vigilance on the part of the Ukrainian side to ensure that there were no threats or traps inside the vehicle. The 109th Separate Brigade of the Territorial Defense Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine continues to demonstrate high effectiveness in destroying Russian vehicles. The report of the Regional Directorate of the Territorial Defense Forces East states that Ukrainian troops do not give the enemy a chance to safely move on the Kurakhove route, even at night. The message from the troops states that the pilots of Muramasa, which probably refers to a specific weapon system or unit, continue to thwart the enemy's logistics efforts, stopping supplies coming to the Russian troops. Earlier, as reported by Army Inform, the Hart Brigade in the Vovchansk direction also managed to inflict significant damage on the enemy by striking strongholds, separate firing positions, and places of concentration of Russian personnel, further worsening the situation of enemy troops in the region. The fighters of the 68th Hunting Brigade, named after Alexa Dobush, continue their important work at the Decision-Making Center KP, located on the outskirts of Pokrovsk, where the main battlefield management takes place. A video published on the brigade's channel shows that despite the stressful situation, the activities at the KP are proceeding smoothly. In this center, the best specialists, led by the brigade command, constantly monitor and supervise enemy movements in real time, ensuring that no threat escapes. They control various types of equipment, from FPV drones and skids to artillery and tanks, to counter any possible threat from Russian troops. Each shift at the main post lasts 12 hours, and in the video, the brigade members give the opportunity to join one of the next shifts with them. In addition, as reported by Army Inform, air reconnaissance from the company of assault drones Shershny Dumbush reported another suicide by an occupying soldier, who recorded a tragic incident that occurred on the battlefield. On the border between the Chernihiv and Sumy regions, enemy forces from the territory of the Russian Federation have used artillery to attack Ukrainian settlements and conduct intelligence activities. However, the Ukrainian army managed to give a powerful response, causing heavy losses to the occupying forces, both in personnel and equipment. This significantly weakened the enemy's offensive potential behind their lines. Ukrainian forces also managed to destroy a large number of enemy military equipment, including 5 tanks, 18 armored combat vehicles, 22 artillery systems, 63 drones, 1 cruise missile, 64 vehicles, and 2 units of special equipment. In addition, Russia lost 1,750 soldiers in the fighting. Ukrainian defense forces are holding their positions in the town of Kurakhove, Donetsk Oblast, despite continued Russian attacks, according to Viktor Trehubov, spokesman for the Khortytsia Operational Group of Strategic Forces. In a January 11 broadcast on Suspil Studio, Trehubov said that Ukrainian forces have retained control of strategic positions in the town, including the area around the thermal power plant. Reports circulated earlier this week, particularly via deep state maps, indicating that Russian forces had captured Kurakhove. However, The Ukrainian General Staff's morning briefing on January 11 did not specifically mention Kurakhove. Instead, they updated their operational maps, including Kurakhove and the surrounding areas of Dakh, Yasenov, and Yantarny in the direction of Pokrovsk. Trihubo vehemently denied claims of a complete Russian takeover, clarifying that although parts of the town had been severely damaged, Ukrainian forces were still actively engaged in holding their positions.